Welcome to the Week of Discovery, Episode 1. This is a rebranding of Tinfoil Tidbits to sound a little bit more mainstream. But have no fear, nothing we discuss will be mainstream. So I found out something interesting this week, that Venus makes a pentagram in the sky. And if you think about Venus, it's called the morning star, and Lucifer morning star. And the pattern it goes through is 8 Earth years, but 13 Venus years. And supposedly that's where we get the unlucky 13 that you also see for the buildings, that there's no 13th floor. Unlucky 13, Dan Marino's jersey, stuff like that. And I don't really know how this is a pentagram. It looks like petals or something to me, or a different geometric shape, but apparently there's some kind of pentagram in there. So that's what they say. And again, it's just the pattern on the sky. But then I started learning about these men are from Mars, women are from Venus. But then there's this like reptile versus eagle. Sometimes they're both on the same team. And then I started thinking about Trump, Tupac, Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate calls himself Cobra Tate. Tupac Amaru Shakur is the shining serpent.
I'm guilty probably of being a male chauvinist pig.
And Donald Trump used to read the snake poem.
Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
And if the snake is the feminine energy, I remember Roseanne Barr once said that Trump was the first woman president who loves everybody.
Trump, hear me when I say this. Trump is, in my opinion, the first woman president of the United States. You know how I was saying Trump is the first woman president? Well, he really is, because his mentality is very woman-like, and I use that as a compliment. Some people out there see that's a put down because they're sexist. But no, I mean, like, it's a good thing, the way a woman's brain works differently from a man's. Trump is, in my opinion, the first woman president of the United States. He's like a mom.
And it's pretty interesting to see how far back Trump and Roseanne go. There are amazing similarities between when Tupac had his court case and when Trump got arrested this past week, and the charges and whatnot.
That's me on those small things. They got to frame me. They got to do things like this. They got to have, 30 charges, and none of them have to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts.
30 charges, and none of them have to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Tupac even called the fake news to their fake news face.
Innocent or guilty, my life is ruined. Because when they say, whatever they say in this verdict, y'all not going to make it front page news. It won't be big enough, no matter what. All that you want to hear is that he's guilty, he's in jail, the reign of terror is over, the outlaw is gone. That's what they want to do. So I'm starting to think I don't know which story to read.
Mike Tyson was greeted at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning by a woman. It's ridiculous. The woman was dancing at 8 o'clock, and this guy's in jail for 6 years. I don't understand it. I think it's wrong. And I think that's a hell of a lot better than him sitting in a jailhouse for 6 years. Everything else. But to keep a man, here's a woman that was dancing at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning.
We don't need to get into this. We don't need to get into this.
But that's an important thing.
Yeah, Donald Trump was a regular guy. Everybody was friendly with him. He was very social. He knew everybody, and he knew guys that was egos and had a lot of money and stuff, and has more money than him. And he's president, and they're hating on him now. I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump stood up for me when they talked bad about me, and people said, "What do you think about this convicted rapist?" Said he was for you. He sponsored. He said, "He accepted my, vouching for. He accepted that and said, Mike is my friend, and I respected that.
So I don't know the deal between this eagle and the serpent, but I did see them go after Tupac. They went after Mike Tyson. They went after Andrew Tate, and they're going after Trump right now. And Tate sticks up for Trump. Tyson sticks up for Trump. Trump sticks up for Tyson. Donald Trump Jr., I'm pretty sure, stuck up for Tate. So there's, and you know, people will say, well, Tupac, he didn't really like Trump, but you never know. Yeah, and I was talking to my buddy about this, and he pointed out, yeah, you know, Mike Tyson kind of talks with a hiss, like a snake.
If Trump gets indicted, it will make him look right about everything, including whatever he was wrong about. It will be the final confirmation of everything you suspected about the system is true, even if it isn't. Chris Rock was out there, and he said, arresting Trump is like arresting Tupac. He's going to sell more records. The
rapper tweeting, you don't have to agree with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's what makes us individuals, and we have the right to independent thought.
This all might just boil down to collectivism versus individualism. Kanye says mob, and he said individual thought. But in other news, I found out this week that turtles have the calendar on their shell. Not our calendar, but the lunar calendar. There's 13 moon phases. Remember we talked about 13 with Venus earlier, and so there's 13 things on the turtle shell along with 28 other things that represent the 28 days of the moon cycle. So all the lunar phases. It's pretty wild if that's the case. Turtles, the calendar's been staring us in the face. What other secrets lying in nature are there? I wonder what the sand dollar means. Hey, look at me. I'm walking on the earth. I'm just over here walking on earth. Don't mind me. I'm just walking on the earth. I look at the ground. I think I'm walking on the ground, but I really don't know what lies below and how far below goes. Where does below end? Where does below end? Am I walking on the North American continent right now? I'm walking on North America. I'm walking on a continent. I'm on a continent, dude. You ever wonder if, are all the trees looking at you in those bushes? You know, when you walk by a squirrel or a bird or other animals, you know, or, you know, you're kind of like, all right, hey, I know you see me. And you walk past it. Well, are all these trees, the trees, look at the trees' arms, they're waving, hi, John, and this bush right here, is this bush alive? Is he alive? Hi there, guys, hi, hey, thanks for making oxygen. To get an idea on how much more nutty the real world is, okay, you know, you got video games. The video games can show you all this, right? Show you really nice graphics. But you can't, not yet, but you can't really dig into the game. And just knowing that the dirt itself is made up of tons of atoms, like everything is made up of tiny little atoms, or so we're told. I've never seen these atoms that they talk about, but if they're there, but I have seen under a microscope that things are made up of tinier things. And it's real bizarre. So yeah, the ground, it's not just, see, we just got this like 360 vision, but there is a down. Well, let's not do it on there. There is a down, and how far the down goes is anybody's guess. And the up goes up, and as far as that goes, I don't know. Hey, guess what? You see the moon there? Look at it. There it is. You've seen it every day. You've seen that moon. Look at that moon. We all have no idea what the heck that moon is there for, what it's doing, what its real purpose is. We don't know. Nobody really knows. Science invents things. The Bible invents things. Who knows what that moon is really for? It's been going around the earth for thousands of years. Thousands of years. Thousands of years, the moon. Actually, we don't know if it's been thousands of years. Maybe it's only been 43 years. But it's been going around for 43 years. I've seen it for 43 years. Yeah, I've seen some people when they get a little nutty. Can I switch? Nope. Regarding that moon, if you start to go a little nutty, and by the way, I'm not nutty. I'm just having a fun day. But if you thought the moon was following you, it'd be hard to disprove it to yourself. No matter where you go, like you can't see the moon. But if I tried to walk away from it because it's in the sky, it's like you can't get away from the moon. You can't get away from it. Is it the big spy station? Is it the panopticon? The panopticon? What is the moon? The moon. It turns out they're the ones that do the Cloward Piven strategy. They're the ones that overload the system. And that concludes Week of Discovery, Episode 1. Feel free to tell me that I'm watching a movie, that it's all a show, that they're all actors, that there's a two-party fake uniparty system, that it's a war for our minds. Of course it all is. But all these things that do happen in the fake news and happen in the fake media, all the stuff gets presented to us, and whether we allow it to shape us in one way or the other, it does. And if there's these polarities happening, if there's these ego races and serpent races and factions and all these things, I just want to be aware of who is pulling my strings, who is shaping the info. Because yes, it is an info war, a war for your mind. And while it all may be dog and pony, three-ring circus, it's still there. So I'm just trying to shape and craft my own narrative and my own angle. May the force be with you. See you next time.